Hello, my beautiful and talented people. I want to thank everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, booking readings. It's all very appreciated. Thank you guys so much. Today we're asking, how attractive are you? Because, you gotta know. It's important. Very, very timely and important. So, if you do want a free reading, I'm going to be giving away two as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you're subscribed and comment and you're in the running. So we've got pile number 1, which is the King of Cups. Pile number 2, the Sun. Pile number 3, the Ace of Pentacles. And pile number 4, the Eight of Pentacles. So take a moment, make your selection, and we will get going. So, pile 1, the King of Cups. How attractive are you, my beautiful, fabulous people? How attractive are you? Got the King of Cups with the Two of Cups. So people definitely want to be in a relationship with you. They feel that you're caring. They like the emotions, like the people feel like you. Yeah, people feel like you're the one. Like there's definitely somebody who's really, really in love with you. But other than that, one of the things that's most attractive about you is your emotions, is how caring you are, is how giving of your caring nature. The fact that you spend time making yourself into what you want with. And, you also are somebody, you just have everything that somebody would want, with the world. People think the world of you. Also, you're somebody who, the world is kind of irrepressible because the world is about upgrading from past cycles. Like you're like, whatever comes your way, you just solve the problem and you get better. Yeah. So I've got the Three of Pentacles. So you work together really well with people. So you cooperate well, you show people that you care. You always are very fair in your emotions. So people want to be around that. With the Two of Wands, feel like the Two of Wands is related to the world in this one. It's like you're willing to make decisions to move forward. It's like you're not somebody, you're somebody who will take action towards your goals. You're going to achieve those goals, but you don't do it in a cold kind of way. You're always really paying attention to how others feel. That being said, you also have boundaries. Yeah. Like you're loving and giving, but if that love is not being given back, you're willing to cut that off. You're willing to cut out people and situations that don't help you, especially situations that are chaotic. You're like we can spend time, we can be in harmony, we can have happiness, because you're doing your self-fulfillment, so that you can achieve your own goals. And if people just want to bring drama into that, then they suddenly aren't welcome. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. I feel like this particular pile sometimes has people get very shocked, Yeah, very shocked when, you know, when their bad behavior is called out. Yeah. Or when you're no longer willing to do anything regarding their bad behavior, when you're just, you know. I think people, because you're so loving and caring, I think that people are kind of shocked when they get consequences, yeah, regarding you. Because, you know, there is a whole subsection that are like, well, they're a kind person, so I must be able to get away with everything. And you are not that person. You're just this person who's really kind, except then but if they bring in chaos, you cut it out. Yeah, because you have no time for this. With the 6, it's just, you are very, with the 6 of Pentacles, you're very giving. You're very kind. People are very attracted to you. Very attracted to you. And some people attach to you in an unhealthy way. But you're about keeping it moving. So it's like, it's not that, it's like if you bring unhealthiness, you don't get to stay. So I will say, you bring, there's the 2 most attractive things about you are your emotional aspects and the fact that, you know, you inspire a lot of passion in people. But this is the free spirit card. So with the free spirit, you are just being your authentic self. So sometimes you do have to discern, but you're willing to make the cuts where necessary. Because you have a special kind of clarity. That's one of the reasons why you tend to level up, because you're not, you believe people when they show you who they are. So if they show you that they're somebody who's sneaky, you believe them. And you put your energy towards other people. So with the bat charm, it's weird because, like, sometimes I get fear with the bat charm, but I don't feel like you're very fearful. I feel like maybe the fact that you are willing to cut out those who don't serve you sometimes puts fear into the people into your life, because you're really done. Like, when you're done, you're really done. So some people see that and maybe, well, wonder if they're, it's you're so kind, but like, once you are done with somebody, you know, there's no going back. And I think that intimidates some people. So with, you have a really healing presence about you. So some of the fear is that people don't want to lose just being around your energy, because people feel more healed. Like, you're somebody who really follows the wisdom of your heart. And this says prosperity. It's a little far, but so I think that people who are in your life prosper. Whether it's a friend, whether it's romantic, whether it's a loved one, the people that are in your life prosper. Yeah, because you bring good fortune, because you're bringing all this passion, this inspiration, these emotions, and you've spent so much time becoming the best version of yourself. So people really, really see your value. And you are somebody who's really loyal. It's just that you don't, if people aren't loyal to you, you're not loyal to them. If people look out for you, you're going to be there no matter what. So I've got the owl. Yeah. You've gained a lot of wisdom. I think that over the years you've had to realize that sometimes you do need to make difficult cuts in the kind of people who get to be in your energy. And I think that occasionally you can spend time just being an observer. You can spend time just being an observer, because you do want to see who's in front of you. I think that you're pretty good at reading people. Yeah. But people really do see you as very attractive, fun. Like, because you bring in luck, you bring in prosperity, bring in happiness. Like, people really appreciate you. People know that you bring in, like, a special magic that nobody but you can bring in, because it is part of being you. With this is my Ace of Pentacles. So, like, people do want to, I'm like, people occasionally just want to give you gifts. And like, I don't usually always get that, because sometimes it's just a steady new beginning. But like, you're always so giving, and you're somebody who you're really putting time and effort into making sure that you're happy. Like, you bring in a lot of prosperities into relationships, but I think that a lot of what's happening is because you're spending the time doing your own self-nurture. And with the Ace of Pentacles, the Devil, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Red Stone, like, you inspire a lot of passion. Your people are very, very attracted to you, in a physical way. But yeah, I think that you belie. Often people see the sheer attractiveness and emotional, like, kindness of you, and just don't realize how strong you are. And some people realize it after they've messed up. Yeah. It's one of those things where you're, you know, like, you're in your life to win. You're in your, it's not that you're trying to make anybody else lose. You're just doing your thing. And people can bring negativity, and then they have to go. Or, man, I said negativity the weirdest way possible, because you do want to stay in your loving energy. And, you know, there's so much potential for a new beginning. It's just you're not going to play around. You're here for relationships that reciprocate. You make those decisions. You get, you know, you work together, and then you get your equal amount. You're down for passion, but like, people need to reciprocate. You're not going to play any game where it's where you're not being treated well. So that's what is attractive about you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If by any, I'm doing 2 free readings as a sweepstakes. So as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers, just make sure you're subscribed and comment and you're in the running. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. It's all appreciated. Thank you so much. Hello, my gorgeous, fabulous pile number 2 with the sun. Hello. So with the sun, that's just pure positive energy. So you are attractive partially because you give off so much of that pure positive energy. So, why is pile 2 attractive? Why is pile 2 attractive? Five of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the Emperor. What I'm immediately getting is that a lot of you might have come from very difficult childhoods, maybe very difficult past. But I'm getting that you also I think you used your intelligence a lot. Yeah. People feel this pure positive energy from you despite the fact that you have had dark, like, you've experienced a lot of lack. And you've really used your intelligence and your observation skills to figure out who you can offer things to, because you are still this really kind and loving person, but you realize that you've realized that you needed to take control of your life, and you used, I think you're very good at observing people. Yeah, you're very good at, like, figuring out how to profile what's in front of you, whether it's safe to be loving and kind. And you're somebody who, you want this happiness and you are going to do what you need to do. How attractive are you? And the Emperor is also a very attractive card, because the Emperor is somebody who has a great deal of self-mastery, very personally mature. So with the Page of Wands, you're also willing to start something new. Start something new, start something that you're passionate about. It's like you will take risks even though you've dealt with kind of hard consequences in life. Regardless of whether there were your consequences or even just, collateral damage for someone else's. I feel like some of you dealt with some collateral damage. Yeah. But at this core, you have this really loving and caring edge. It's just you are very selective about who you choose to let be in your life. And you probably take a while before really deciding that you want to make something happen with them. And this is largely because, it was you were definitely burned. But you didn't let that make you into a cold person. You didn't make that turn you into a weak person. You used all of that, and you found clarity, and you found drive, and you do open up, but you do take a while. Yeah, you take a while because you want to make sure that it's going to be somebody that is worth the investment. Because you do have all this loving, kind energy to give, and you've experienced way too many people who will just use that. Yeah, you've definitely experienced heartbreak. You've definitely experienced bad people, but the thing is, you're like, well, I see what you're doing, and now I don't need to make the same mistake anymore. It's just like, you're really good at profiling people. So, like, I feel like it's not that just one person only gets to burn you once, which is true, but you only get burned the same way once. You're really good at learning. And you're really willing. You're like, I get that I've been offered this, but I'm only accepting my Two of Cups. I'm only accepting, it's like no matter how many times people have tried to take you down, you're like, no, I'm sorry. It's like you have this clarity. You have this clarity. You have this, this loving energy that, quite frankly, a lot of people are very attracted to. So you might say, I seem to attract, a lot of people who aren't good. Yeah, but you also attract a lot of people who are good. It's just you attract a lot of people. Your aura alone. But yeah, you're only here for people who are here for you. With the Golden Crown, yeah, it's just, no matter what has happened to you, you've always stayed in your compassion. You've stayed in your kindness. And the thing is, it's like, you're just, I heard like a bull monitor. You just, you're so good at picking out people. Like, you're really good at, even though you experience heartbreak, you experience pain, you're really good at like profiling people. You're really good at not giving your energy to that. So with the star, it's the 2 stars. I feel, yeah, you just have kept your faith, that no matter what you have been given, you're gonna be getting equal, healthy, loving. And it's true, because you, in your heart, have remained so amazingly loving. Even though you've often experienced lack, I feel like you may have had to, you may have started out very rough. But, it's like, no matter what's happened to you, you've never stopped being loving. And that is a feat when a lot of things have happened to you. So, yeah, you've just got this healing, loving energy. And I feel like You do have fears regarding people because you've experienced bad people. But at the same time, you don't let any of those fears hold you. You're very courageous. Yeah, very courageous. So you are somebody, yeah, you're like, I feel like we're on the same page when it's like, no matter what somebody has done to you, they can't make you less than, you know, like you somehow have deeply known that, and you've always been working towards being the best version of yourself. Because you're really, part of your ability to profile is you're really clear about what is your responsibility and what is somebody else's. What are you bringing to the table and what does somebody else bring? And even when, say, somebody has managed to get through your defenses, you're willing to look. It's like, okay, somebody may want to blame you for something, but I'm aware of what I'm responsible for, and I'm aware of what you were. You know, like, yeah, you're very good at seeing through mind games. Yeah, you're like, it's like I see you. I've already dealt with the heartbreak. So you're like, I only take real offers. Like I'm only gonna take something that is real. You know, and people appreciate, like, it's like you won't normalize bad behavior. That's what it is. It's like if it's bad behavior, you won't normalize it. No, you know, all of society can normalize it, and you're like, no, that's not the way it is. So you're very strong. Yeah. So yeah. So you're bringing in your prosperity. You're being somebody who's very joyful, very compassionate. You're somebody who checks people immediately if they get out of line. I mean, you may not do it like verbally. You may just you know, reprioritize who you spend time with. You know, you're like, oh, well, I see who you are. Yeah, you're very much, so people, like, you've dealt with a lot of things, and you're definitely not foolish about it. You're definitely somebody who just takes responsibility for what's going on with you and what's going on with your life, which people are finding attractive, because it's not that you're cruel, it's not that you're cold. You're just very selective about who you give your offers to. Yeah, you're very selective about who you give your offers to because you have so much to give. I mean, you got the sun out twice. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If for any reason, well, you want a free reading, I'm going to give away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just be subscribed and comment, and then you're in the running. And otherwise, I just want to say thank you so much, especially if you've been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, booking readings. So thank you. And we've got pile number 3, which is the Ace of Pentacles. Hello, my gorgeous Ace of Pentacles people. Pile number 3. How attractive are you? So I've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Empress. So very attractive. With the Ace of Pentacles, like, people know that they need to give you a solid offer. Like, you know, like you're somebody who comes around and you're like, oh, is that somebody with everything that I could ever want? And people are aware that, oh, I can't, like, she's only taking the real thing. And I've got the Tower. I think you make people reprioritize their lives. Like, sometimes you come in their life and the things that they thought were important aren't really important anymore. With the Queen of Swords, yeah, you're unwilling to put up with any unworthy behavior. So you're like, I will come, I will bring all the love, I will bring all the kindness. And if you can't, you can offer me something that's worth my time or not, and then you're out. Like, it's that you're not cold. You're somebody who's very affectionate, but you're willing to protect your space. You're willing to protect your, I'm hearing soul. And I mean, just so that nobody, you're just not going, you're such a loving person, but you're not going to just make yourself vulnerable to anybody. You're like, you can get the cups or you can get the swords. Like, I will be somebody that will, it's like you will do anything for the people who show you care. And you will cut off, anybody who's not, yeah, if you're bringing in heartbreak. Some people do think that you're a heartbreaker. But you're not malicious. You're just incredibly, like, everything that they could have ever wanted. And you can't be that for everybody. So people know that you are the marriage material. People know that, that they have to, that they have to act right or get their heart broken, because you only take solid offers. You're like, I just heard, don't waste my time. I mean, I think that at some point you might, because you've also dealt with heartbreak in the past, and you are not open to anybody who's not bringing stability, like, and love, it's, it's like, if you're not doing that, thank you, but be somewhere else, because you're not helping me. You're not selfish at all. You're actually incredibly giving. It's just don't mess around. You're just not the person to mess around with, is what it is. It's just, with the Emperor, with the Empress and the Emperor, you're looking for somebody who's your equal. And you're also willing to, you're willing to, like, put in all the nurture, but you're also willing to just take all the agency. Like, I've got the Devil. So sometimes with the Devil card, I mean, you are somebody who's very attractive. Like, people can get a little bit unhealthily obsessed with you. But you're like, bring in the balance. Because you're like, because no matter what, I'm making the decision to move forward. So, like, you're moving forward with me or you're not. And I think sometimes people are also, super attached because they realize that You know, you do have everything. I mean, maybe you don't have everything in the world, but you have everything that somebody would want in a partner. You have everything that somebody would want in a business partner. You have everything that people would want in a friend. You know, like, and I feel like sometimes you may deal with some issues of people acting unhealthily towards you because they feel lack. So if you're wondering, like, sometimes you haven't done anything and somebody comes along and, you know, just comes at you, it's because you're here making sure everybody's okay. You're here, like, in your world of abundance, and they're just seeing lack. And it's not a lack within you. You trigger a lack within themselves, and then they act foolish, and you're willing to cut that out. You know, but it's not because you're really, with the Mother Earth with the Mother Earth card, the Empress, you're looking out for everybody's interest. Like, you may be somebody with the Emperor who's, you know, you're still running forward on your goals, but you're generally pretty awakened, and you realize that we are all intrinsically connected. So you're bringing love in a very kind of holistic way. I will say some people, it's like they don't want to get out of their denial about you. It's almost like if they accept what you're bringing to the table, they have to step up. So occasionally people, like, want to stay in their, want to stay in their denial, want to stay in this not very healthy energy, which, I mean, is fine, because you're willing to cut that out. I think in the past you would have spent time, entertaining it a little bit more, but I think that you've come to the conclusion that there are some people you can't do anything for, because you just can't. So in the meantime, you just concentrate on taking care of being the best version of yourself. You're somebody who has really realized that your general interconnectedness to all people, everything. And you're moving on the greater good. Because this is my world charm. You've definitely, and you've got the Emperor and the Empress, you've definitely leveled up. And you're showing people, to some extent, a better way. I mean, it's not like you're preaching, you're just showing people through your actions that you can be here giving, be here, you're somebody who, you've dealt with unhealthy attachments. You may have had your own lack, but a lot of times you've had people take out their sense of lack on you, which has caused heartbreak. Because I think that you definitely wanted, at least initially, you wanted to help. But you do have this really kind heart. And you are very in touch with your responsibility, with what's on you, what isn't. And you're really good at getting to the core issue. So with the mask, are you wearing a mask? Because I'm not getting that. Sometimes you have people who are afraid to show you who they are. Because there is sometimes a sense of inferiority. And it's really unfortunate because you'd probably just be caring. But they're not really ready. So in the meantime, you're like, I'm opening my own doors to abundance. I'm celebrating, having, enjoying the good relationships in your life. It's like, part of this Queen of Swords is like, you're being fair. So, yeah. So for the people that, that don't engage in this kind of foolery, you're super loyal. And you probably were loyal to some of these people before. It's just, they were never loyal to you, and you're clearing out anybody who treats you badly. Because you have this powerful energy about you. And I think you've also forced some people to have to change their mind about the limitations that they were putting on you. And the whole time you're still doing it like with, a sense of fun. Like, I'm saying like a lot. But yeah. So just know that a lot of times when you were running up against negativity, it was people seeing what they wish they had, seeing it in you, because you are this extraordinarily strong person, and people, if they, you're, say, you're somebody who's very beautiful, but very fair, like, because you're about the greater good for everybody. And you're going to give a huge amount of love. And you do give a huge amount of love. But you're also going to give a lot of fairness. And again, you make people reevaluate their lives. And sometimes what you're getting when you get a bad response is because people don't want to reevaluate what they've been doing. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If for some reason you want a free reading, I'm going to give away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you are subscribed and comment, and then you're in the and then you are in the running for the reading. I just want to say thank you also to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. It's all appreciated. Booking readings. So let's move on to pile number 4. Number 4, it's 4-4. So pile number 4 is at 4-4-11. So 4 might be significant to you. The 8 of Pentacles. So 8 of Pentacles is about working towards your goals. So you are a goal-oriented person that has a lot of fire, drive, very physically attractive, because you're also, like, you're bringing in that fire, you're bringing in that drive, you're bringing in, passion, but you're also very balanced. The Empress has come out a few times. Yeah, you're very balanced. With the Five of Cups, I get that you have had disappointments. But with the Empress and the Queen of Wands, both very action oriented, you know, like you're looking, you know, like it's like you're gonna let the cups fall that never, yeah, the cups that weren't for you, you're gonna let them fall because, you know, they weren't for you. You're concentrating on what you do have. It's like sometimes you need to deal with loss, but you are incredibly, even inspiringly, you know, you're finding that silver lining. You're always figuring out what you can take out of the situation, what action you can do. Yeah. It's like you definitely have, you know, dealt with, you know, rejections in your life. You've definitely dealt with anxiety. But you're willing to just always take a new path. Or, I mean, well, with the page of, because the page is about beginning, but it's like, no, it's rebuild. It's like you're always willing to rebuild. You're like, okay, that's gone, but I've got this. You know, you have this really incisive clarity, and it's just one of those things that makes you pretty unstoppable. Because you have this ability to be victorious in the face of difficulty. You're somebody who brings integrity into the situation. Like I was saying, you're somebody who's willing to make decisions to move forward. And what you're here for is, you know, I'll do a new beginning. I'll like be on the path for a new beginning because yeah, it's like you're somebody who's really willing to just hustle to get what they want. You're somebody who, yeah. The thing is, you're getting all these new opportunities, and but all of them were earned. Yeah, all of those new those, you know, you were putting in the groundwork for a long time, and the thing is, now the opportunities are showing up, but this whole time you were working. Because you really are willing to work towards whatever you want. And Spirit wants you to know that it's going to pay off. And, you know, you are somebody that does inspire people to, like, go towards your goal because, you know, quite frankly, you've lived a life that's worth celebrating. Like you, with this initial seed, sometimes it got planted. Sometimes that seed got planted when the ground was frozen, you know, like, but you were, you know, sometimes you have like come through. Yeah, you've just had a lot of faith, because you were just making yourself the best person you can do. You were going towards whatever you could. You were like taking whatever bad situation and taking what you still had out of it. And you planted the seeds from, you know, a lot of things that other people would have just discarded, you know, like, but you're You have a really never say die kind of attitude. You know, you're just going to keep working for what you want. And situations can be bad or situations can be good, but you're going to make your new opportunities happen for you. So, yeah, you're just really powerful. And people are really attracted to that level of, you know, power. People see that you are somebody that no matter what you may have had to do or may have had to go through, you're like, you're gonna achieve, you're gonna keep moving, you're gonna get, you're gonna be this person who, well, you already are the right person. And like, these opportunities are coming in because you're already the person that's right for the opportunity. So people see you and see you as somebody who's just loving, caring, nurturing, strong, attractive, passionate, interesting, stable, grounded. I do have the mask. Are you selective about what people show you? Are you wearing a mask? Do sometimes people wear a mask with you? I feel like sometimes people do wear a mask with you. I'm getting, because sometimes people want you to see them. Like, people see who you are and they want you to see them as they wish they were. Because you bring all this, loving, nurturing, abundant energy with you. And you're also definitely tuned in to, whether or not you realize it, you're getting a lot of ideas and inspiration from spirit, from your connection with, with your connection with the divine. Yeah. And I feel like things can't help but transition for you. You're getting these opportunities, but you're getting these opportunities because you put in all this work. It's like you're an overnight success, but you've been putting in the work for a long time. People just, sometimes it's like, it's like you were always being the right person and now the right opportunities are coming along. That's what I'm getting. So like, because you're just leveling up. Like, no matter what, it's like, disappointment, sadness can happen. It's okay. I'm leveling up. You're like, okay, well, I won't have that cycle anymore. I will have, a new one. I will have new and different problems and not the same one over and over. I've got the grandmother charm. I mean, some of you could be a grandmother, but I'm not getting that for most of you. I think that there could have been a very significant grandmother in your life. Some of them are still in your life. Some of them are more in spirit right now, but they're still with you. They're still looking out for you. So I've got the little kitten. Yeah, it's you do have this really super nurturing kind thing, and and a lot of people want to also give you that nurture back. Yeah. And for some of you, I feel like I'm getting that some of you, like, your grandmother raised you. That might not be for all of you, but I was getting that's for a few of you. But yeah, you know who you are. So you're like, you're building, you know, and you're getting these opportunities, and it's gonna be, it's pretty much celebration time for you, because you spent so much time just working to be the best version of yourself. And again, every time because a pearl is made because something irritates, you know, it irritates the oyster. So it gets smoothed over and it becomes something precious. It's like you took it's like, I feel like you had some situations where you took something from that situation and then you made it into a pearl. So you're very attractive because you're irrepressible. Like you, with the Empress, with the Eight of Wands, you know, like you've taken your lumps, and it's just, you know, you're just at a place where you're just gonna be so awesome that life can't help but give you what you need. You know, it's like, yeah, I've had this, I've had the anxiety, I've had, you know, rejection, I've had regret, but you know what? I'm getting a new opportunity, and it's going to be clear. You know, like you're making all these new opportunities in your life because you are being this person that's taking agency in your life, and people are super, super attracted to that. Other than the fact that, you know, there's been a lot of physical indications of beauty. So thank you so much. If you do want a free reading, I'm going to give away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you are subscribed and that you comment. And thank you. I really appreciate you, especially if you're liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, booking readings. Thank you.